Today we're taking a comprehensive look at the Hero Collector Eaglemoss U.S.S. Pathfinder NCC 97600, a model replica from the Star Trek Online Starship Collection. To bring you the most informed perspective, we've gathered reviews from across the internet, synthesizing user feedback to provide a detailed overview of this collectible. Let's delve into what fans appreciate and where some see room for improvement. The U.S.S. Pathfinder, as part of the Eaglemoss Star Trek collection, has garnered significant attention from enthusiasts. This model is a die-cast replica of a Federation starship featured in Star Trek Online, and many fans appreciate the opportunity to own a tangible piece of the game's universe. The general consensus is that this ship is a welcome addition to any Star Trek collection, particularly for those who enjoyed the newer ship designs introduced in the online game. Overall, the ship seems to be well received for its aesthetic appeal and perceived value as a collectible. First, let's discuss the build quality and design. The U.S.S. Pathfinder is primarily constructed from die-cast metal and high-quality ABS plastic. This combination of materials provides a satisfying heft and gives the model a premium feel. Users frequently praise the weight of the ship, noting that it doesn't feel cheap or flimsy. The materials also allow for a high level of detail, capturing the sleek lines and intricate features of the Pathfinder design. The ship's design is an evolution of the Intrepid class, most famously known as the U.S.S. Voyager. Several reviewers noted that the ship's streamlined appearance aptly reflects its intended role as a fast and efficient explorer. The craftsmanship in the application of colors and detailing is generally lauded, with many finding the paint job and decals to be well executed. However, some users have noted inconsistencies in the decal application, with occasional misalignments or readability issues, especially noticeable due to the model's relatively small size. This brings us to size, a frequently mentioned aspect of the U.S.S. Pathfinder. Size is a point of contention for some collectors. While the model is generally considered to be about the same size as other Intrepid-class ships in the Eaglemoss collection, several reviewers express a desire for a larger scale. The compact dimensions make it challenging to fully appreciate the finer details, even with the aid of a magnifying glass. This is further compounded by the dark color scheme used on certain parts of the ship, such as the nacelles, which some find less visually appealing. Despite these concerns, the level of detail achieved on such a small scale is generally impressive. The secondary deflector, for instance, is painted rather than molded from colored plastic, but it is often cited as looking surprisingly good. Another noteworthy detail is the Aero shuttle sculpted on the bottom of the saucer section, which many consider to be superior in design compared to the one found on Voyager models. The U.S.S. Pathfinder model also came with an included magazine. This magazine provides background information on the ship's design, its role in Star Trek Online, and insights into the development process. Many collectors consider the magazine to be an essential part of the package. It adds depth and context to the model, enhancing the overall collecting experience. However, a common complaint is that the magazines are not always included with the ship, particularly in the aftermarket. This issue is exacerbated by the fact that Eaglemoss has ceased operations, making it increasingly difficult to find models with the accompanying magazine. Some reviewers have gone to great lengths ordering multiple ships from different sources in the hope of obtaining the elusive magazine. Additionally, some of the information in the magazine, such as the in-game stats for the ship, may be outdated or incomplete. For example, some users have pointed out that the magazine only includes stats for the standard version of the ship and omits information about the fleet version. Similarly, promotional codes included in the magazine may no longer be valid or may only be applicable to the PC version of the game, which is frustrating for console players. Turning to the issue of availability and value, the closure of Eaglemoss has significantly impacted the market for these collectibles. With no new ships being produced, the existing stock is becoming increasingly scarce and prices are generally on the rise. Many reviewers advise potential buyers to acquire these models while they still can, as their rarity is only likely to increase over time. This scarcity also affects the condition of the ships available for purchase. Some reviewers have reported receiving models with damaged packaging or missing parts, highlighting the importance of carefully inspecting the product upon arrival. Despite these challenges, the U.S.S. Pathfinder remains a desirable item for Star Trek fans and collectors, particularly those who appreciate the unique ship designs from Star Trek Online. Now, let's address the pros and cons of the U.S.S. Pathfinder model based on customer feedback. Pros: detailed design. The model accurately captures the U.S.S. Pathfinder's design, with intricate details and a sleek, streamlined appearance. Quality materials. The use of die-cast metal and high-quality ABS plastic gives the model a solid premium feel. Weight and balance. The ship has a satisfying weight that adds to its perceived value and stability. Collectible value. As an Eaglemoss Star Trek ship, the Pathfinder is a desirable item for collectors, especially given the company's closure. Informative magazine. The included magazine provides valuable background information on the ship and its role in Star Trek Online. Cons: small size. Some users find the model too small to fully appreciate the finer details. Decal issues. There have been reports of misaligned or poorly applied decals on some models. Magazine availability. The magazine is not always included with the ship, particularly in the aftermarket. Outdated information. The magazine may contain outdated or incomplete information, such as in-game stats and promotional codes. Color scheme. Some users dislike the dark color scheme used on certain parts of the ship, such as the nacelles. Overall impression. The Hero Collector, Eaglemoss U.S.S. Pathfinder, NCC 97600 is a well-crafted and detailed model that will appeal to Star Trek fans, particularly those who enjoyed the newer ship designs from Star Trek Online. Its quality construction and accurate design make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. However, potential buyers should be aware of the potential issues with size, decal quality, and magazine availability. Despite these drawbacks, the U.S.S. Pathfinder remains a highly desirable item for collectors, especially given the limited availability of Eaglemoss Star Trek ships. If you're a fan of Star Trek Online or simply appreciate well-made model ships, the Pathfinder is definitely worth considering. Don't forget to use the link in the description to support the channel. And remember to examine photos carefully and ask questions before committing to a purchase on auction sites or online marketplaces. This ship does not come in a sealed box, so do not be alarmed if you receive yours in this manner. The main issue is whether or not your magazine is included, especially now that Eaglemoss has gone out of business. If you are an avid collector, you want the magazine.